A BART could bring back the mask mandate for riders. Back and forth.
Right. And so the question is, what will they decide and what will riders, how will they receive that? We're covering live this morning. So let's go right now to Crown Force Camila Barco. So do the riders have any say in this, or is it just the BART board that makes the decision?
Well, Daria, actually yesterday I even posted a poll on Twitter, and a majority of people say that they would like to see masks back on public transportation. Now, I don't believe that there is any public input during today's meeting, but looking at the agenda, it appears that the board will discuss whether to bring back masks on BART trains and possibly vote on this proposal. Now, Rebecca Saltzman, BART's board president, introduced this idea of bringing back masks on BART trains. She wants to add a mask mandate to BART's code of conduct. Now, the rule would not apply to people who cannot wear a face covering because of a disability or medical condition, and children who are under the age of 2. Now, if passed, the mask mandate would be in effect until July 18th. Saltzman sent a letter to 5 Bay Area counties where BART runs, urging them to make mask a requirement on public transit. She says masks will protect people when riding buses or trains, and especially those who are at high risk.
Because there are many riders who need to be protected from COVID. So folks who have underlying health conditions, who are immunocompromised, kids under 5 who are still not eligible to get vaccinated, which is, I know, amazing to some people because vaccines have been around so long, but small children are still not eligible. Those people really need to be protected, and the best protection is if everybody is wearing masks.
Now, according to BART's customer code of conduct, riders would be warned or ordered to leave if they violate one of their rules. This would include not wearing a mask. And again, if passed, the rule would be in effect until mid-July unless extended by the board of directors. And Daria, James, just a few days ago, LA County made a requirement for people to wear a mask on public transit there. And now the question is, will BART do the same here in the Bay Area? The board of directors is scheduled to meet at 9 this morning, and we will have more later on Cron On. For now, back to you.
We'll see what they say. Thank you very much, Camila.
6:09 and the